Are you smarter than a 15-year-old? Devin Snipes, 15-year-old iPhone application developer, has given a new outlook on high school as he becomes what he dreams while he creates what he learns. Welcome, Devin Snipes. I'd like to first start out by asking, how did you get into iPhone application development?
Well, I started developing one summer because I was bored. And I really started the Mississippi City Schools application because I couldn't find the number to my own school. And I just thought it would be a nice, application to develop.
Okay, but what even sparked your interest for developing applications rather than, going to play video games at the arcade or watching TV?
Well, I got my first iPhone back in 2009, and I started playing some of the games, and I was like, wow, what if I could make something? So I researched, how to, make my first application, and I just went from there.
Okay, and could you explain to us the most recent application that you created for your high school?
Yes. The application is called MCS for iPhone, and basically it is a custom application made for Mississippi City Schools, and it features, it has every school in the school system built into the application where you can search for the specific school and GPS locate whatever particular school you're interested in going to. You can contact administrators at any time from within the application. You can administrators will be able to log into their administrative email accounts, and just a number of settings where you can how you want the application to look, how you want it to feel, and everything else.
Now, for someone who has an idea to create an iPhone app but doesn't know where to start, I want to help in some kind of way, but I just don't know the process. What was the process in creating the app?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What you said?
For someone who has an idea, such as you had, for helping your school, for helping people find the location of your school, the number, and so forth, how do I even start the process if I want to create my own iPhone app in helping others in my own way?
Well, first you have to know or have some type of programming experience. Apple's SDK, which is Software Development Kit, it's based on Objective-C, which is a type of programming language. And you'll have to, know at least, the basics of programming language, and just download the Software Development Kit off of Apple's website, and just have Mac, and you just basically start from there.
Would you say that your programming language derived from your Uncle Marcel?
Yes.
And who are other Uncle Marcels in your navigation system? Who else do you look up to?
I actually look up to a number of people. For one, I look up to Steve Jobs. He's the CEO of Apple. He just became so successful in such a short amount of time. I look up to Corey Wiles. He's a software developer here in Memphis, and he's been teaching me stuff ever since I was on the news. And we just met up recently, and he's been tutoring me on different things. So it's those two people.
What kinds of roadblocks did you come to in your developmental process for the MCS application?
I came into a number of roadblocks, actually. When I first started the application, I thought I was going good. I thought I had everything, up to speed. And then my computer caught a virus, and I lost my whole project. But luckily, I had it backed up somewhere. But then I said, I want to restart it. So then I ran into another roadblock where, I didn't have any help at the time, so I didn't know, how to get certain features, added into the application. So, and at the time I didn't have, any other device to test the application on. So, I couldn't do everything on my iPod Touch.
So is that where you got the iPhone as being a platform to your development from?
Yes.
So how exactly has the iPhone helped? Is there any other platform that you can use besides the iPhone and the iPad?
Definitely. The iPhone has helped tremendously in my development skills and, the process or the progress that I've came in my development skills. And as far as other platforms, I have, BlackBerry. I do have a BlackBerry. I can, develop a simple application for the BlackBerry. And Google's Android, their software. It's pretty complex, but, I think I can do an application for that.
Now, with everybody your age and above or below owning iPhones, iPads, and all these new technologies, why don't you think this field or this type of research or development isn't the popular opinion amongst your peers? And if it is, why?
I think that's going to be a mixed response. I definitely think it is, the main, I guess the mainstream technology because, everyone owns an iPod, everyone owns at least some type of mobile phone. So I definitely think these, mobile phones are going to be, leading us into the future of technology. And the reason I say no is because everyone is interested in technology. You have the average kid who sits at home all day and plays, his Xbox or PlayStation. But, then you have other kids like me who spend their time on the computer, researching and developing. So,
what would you say is a good technique to kind of lure your peers into the same proactivity as yourself?
Well, basically, you have to have a feel for, what you do. You can't just, wake up one day and say, hey, I want to do this. Well, I mean, you can, but, you have to have, someone to back you up if you, ever get stuck, or at least, read a couple books, you can know what you're getting into, because when I first started, I didn't know exactly what I was getting into, but now I know, so, just read and, understand the materials.
So you have a desire to study computer science after high school. How do you think that degree is going to help you do something that you've already done?
Well, I think, the more I learn, the more experience I'll get. So, me being 15 right now, I have about 2 or 3 years before I get off or go off to college. So, I definitely think the materials and the things that I'm taking in now would definitely help me pursue, my degree in computer science. And, once I get to college, I would definitely, know more than the average person, hopefully. And, I could, continue on my education.
Now, how is the MCS development with your school coming? Have they given you an answer on whether or not they're going to accept it?
They have not. I did do a meeting with them a while back, about a week or two ago. And I did explain, how everything was going, and they wanted to meet up with me again, but they have not set a date for that yet.
What future applications can we look for from you?
I'm actually working on an application now. It's basically a Bluetooth chatting application, but and it's already in the App Store. It's called UChat. The letter U and the word chat. But basically, it's a Bluetooth chatting application where you can chat with, your iPad or your iPod.
Thank you, Devin Snipes, for joining us. It's amazing how starting to proactively draw a picture with your talents, you end up creating a landscape and a platform for endless possibilities. I'm Dawn Flewellyn, NoireDigerati.com.